Yeah, man, they had that song coming up in here, just trying to find out. I mean, just coming here, just bullying somebody because the point is simple. We ain't the same people. Get your ass up out of here. Don't come in here. You know, we're simple as that. Cause me myself, man, I just say what it is, and it is what it is. And if it ain't it, you ain't it. You just ain't it. You know. If you ain't it, you ain't it. Yeah, you ain't. If you ain't it, you ain't it. You know what you gonna? What you gonna? If you don't like a person's content, why would you continue to keep coming in here, being delusional, watching it? If we clearly we're not the same. We don't agree. We're not the same people. You know what I'm saying? I talk about what I talk about. You talk about what you want to talk about. Go on your spare channel and talk about what you don't bring it here. Cause I'm here for my people. Yeah, I'm here for my people. I ain't here for none of y'all. You know, I'm here for my people only. I ain't here for you. When people say who, they trying to play dumb, or they trying to like play dumb, or trying to like throw you off, or play word games or word tricks or something. Yeah, they want to bring their ass up in here to see what you're talking about. Well, if you ain't black, if you're not a Hispanic, if you're not a Native American, then this message ain't for you. Simple as that. It ain't for you. If you don't fit in one of those categories, again, if you're not a black, if you're not Hispanic, if you're not a Native American, if you're not indigenous to this country, then if you are outside of Native American, then it's speaking directly to you. But if you are a Native American, or black, or Hispanic, then this is for you. That's who this message is for. It ain't for nobody else. Because all the other nations and nationality people, they know who they are. They know what they are. They know what their background is. They know what their lineage is. They know everything. You ask them where they come from, they're gonna tell you. I'm Irish. I'm Port. What you call them people? Port. I'm Portland. I'm Irish. I'm East Indian. I'm this, and they tell you I'm Nigerian. I'm Filipino. They can tell you the place, the time, and everything in which they was born. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people cannot tell you where we come from. We giving you some damn byword like African American, black, and all that, and uh, Puerto Rican and Dominican and what you call that other shit, like some bullshit people be talking about. French Creole, Creole, this Haitian Creole. All of those are bywords. All that shit is ain't nothing but bywords. They know they know where they come from. They know where they descend from. All of those are man-made terms, and they apply black to everything but something positive. They took that word, put them like that, and changed up the dictionaries to make it seem like, oh, this is what black really mean. No, black is just a color. Black African American is a name that was named after a white man. Leo Cipius Anaconus, Americo Vespucci. He was an Italian navigator, something like that. That's what they call it, you know? So people name themselves after that name. Yeah. So all them damn bywords, that shit can't, that's man, that's white supremacist. That's man made. That's what that is. Yeah, motherfucker. If you feel like I'm talking to you, then if it apply to you, if you're not a black or Hispanic or Native American, yeah, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. You goddamn right I'm talking to you. What I'm doing, what do you I ain't responding to that stupid ass shit. Delusion. You can tell by the way people's comments are. They delusional. Uh, I don't know that shit. You got a blank fucking picture up there. I don't know what you is. Shit. All I do is read the comments. You ain't got. You go on your play page right now. I bet you got nothing. You ain't got no videos. You blank. It's probably got a blank page. Nothing up there. Just blank shit. No videos with no picture up there. So I don't know. You can say people can say anything. I don't tell you the truth, man. I don't really trust this. You can't trust this online stuff, man. This online stuff is dangerous, man. You texting people. You think you take people can take your photos, or they can take and make a new channel. Every time you upload a video, they can take your video, download it, and make you think that they actually is those people that's doing that. Yeah, man, this is pretty tricky. People can actually take your videos on your channel, your face, everything. Every time you upload a video, they can make a fake channel and it can be an imposter channel and not even be that person that's actually with that channel. People can create a channel and not even put a face. They can put a face up there just like mine, put it up there, and that person doing videos or whatever, and that'll make that person think that's actually you. When they ask every time you upload a video, they take that video and they'll go and upload it on that channel there, and you thinking that that's that person, and it's the whole time it ain't nothing but an imposter. Yeah, you can't trust everybody, man. People take your shit, and I wouldn't be surprised if they take my. I wouldn't be surprised if all the videos I make here, somebody have a fake channel and they take and uploading my stuff, uploading videos, and people do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was even told that people can take your damn channel and they can make money off your shit. But, hey, I ain't in it for no. Hey, I ain't worried about none of that shit, me. Let me go ahead and check my stuff, bro. Hold on. People do all kinds of schemes and tricks and scams with your shit. Well, I must be important enough for you to bring your ass in here in my life. If I'm not that important, why are you here? Obviously, it drew you here, so it must be. I must be important. Maybe I know I am. I know I'm important. When somebody tell you you think you're important, I ain't got to think it. I know I am. How you gonna be here? How you gonna? It's either one or the other. How you gonna be here talking about I'm just here to chill with you? But you're white. You're a so-called white man. Because I can tell by the way we don't say no damn buddy. So you're a so-called white person, you know. And then you saying I'm just here to chill with you. How you gonna be here to chill with somebody and then tell somebody that like you think you important like that, but you here chilling at the same. Make that make sense. You sound dumb as hell. You ain't, I don't know what the whatever I don't know what that is there. I don't know what the fuck. Look, man, it's either you that or you ain't. Ain't no such. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I just play the game right along with them. You know, the enemy, the so-called white people, and all the people outside of the nation of Israel, they always have been jealous of the slaves. Still is to this day. Yeah. So how you gonna? That's just like me telling somebody, "Oh man, I'm just here to chill, man. Chill with you, man. You." And then in another breath, I turn around and tell you, "You ain't all that important." What kind of sense is that? That don't even make sense at all. Like, what the fuck? How you gonna go from telling somebody that they not important to I just want to chill? People that don't want to hang out, that consider you not important, they not gonna even come in here and say they want to chill with you. Last I checked, people don't hang out with people that they don't like. I know I'm not gonna hang out with somebody that I don't like. Well, you delusional then. You thinking that. I don't know what planet you come from. How you gonna sit up here and say you just came here to chill? No, you just came in here to like you ain't making no sense. I don't even respond to that. I don't waste time even putting them comments up on the screen. I'm here to educate my people, and that's it. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy. What is that? And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Talking about the Canaanites, the Africans. Thou shalt make no covenant with them. That means no contract with them. Like, in other words, let me show you this here. When you work on the so-called white man's force, the police force, when you work, more than likely, all this stuff built up on white supremacist empires, hospitals and stuff, and they be committing conspiracies up in there. Now, I'm not saying everybody up in there committing, doing the conspiracy. You have a very few people who actually try to do right. You know what I'm saying? Some of them try or whatever. But on the other hand, when you partake with the police department, the military, and all that shit, you is making a agreement, a covenant with your enemy. You're making a covenant or agreement with the enemy. You're making a contract with Satan. Because think about it. What good does the military do for you? The military represents destroying lives. They'll try to paint you all this big picture like, oh, you go in there and you can get all these benefits. Fuck you. Talking about benefits this and benefits that and benefits this and benefits that. I would be if they came here and told me they'll pay me $2 or $3 or $100 million to work on the police department and beg, get on their knees and beg me to do it, I still would do it. And I'm being serious. they'll get a good cussing out. Okay, if you want, okay, crime. Let's go there. When the Native Americans was over here in this country, who were the original people on this land here? And who came fucking with who? It wasn't the Native Americans. It wasn't the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. It wasn't the Native Americans at all. They made, according to history, they made over like 500 treaties with the Native American Indians. It's right here in this book called A People's History of the United States. So when they bought, Christopher Columbus came over here, what did he do? He bought a sword, but he put the sword behind his back and had the Bible in the front. He tricked the Native American Indians. And that's how war came into play. They killed off so many millions of the Native American Indians. They came here and they started violence and crime and stuff. They bought violence and crime here. Oh, yes, the so-called white men, they did that. And they committed genocide. They the ones started it all. So how you gonna come up in here? White people's delusional. Yeah. Let's look at this here. I can't understand all the words, but I'm gonna read what I can. It says, number one, the Columbus, the Indians, and the human progress. Iraq men and women, naked, twin, and full of wonder, emerged from their villages onto the islands, beaches, and swam out to get a closer look at the strange big boat. When Columbus and his sailors came ashore carrying swords, see that? Carrying swords, speaking oddly, Arabs ran to greet them, brought them food, water, gifts. He later wrote of this in his log. They brought us parrots, and bulls of cotton, and spears, and many others things which they exchanged for the glass, beads, hearts, balls. They willingly traded everything they owned. They traded, these people, the Native American, they traded everything that they owned, bro. They were well built with good bodies and handsome futures. They do not bear arms. This is talking about blacks, Hispanic people, the Native Americans, and do not know them. For I showed them a sword. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. This is what Columbus said. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. Work on the police force. All of this is from way from the beginning. These Arabs of Birmingham Islands were much like Indians on the mainland who were remarkable Europeans. See that? Why would it say that? The remarkable Europeans. Observants were to say again and again for their hospitality, their belief in sharing. These traits did not stand out in the Europe of the Renaissance, dominated as it was by the religion of popes, the government of kings, and the fancy for money that marked Western civilization and its first messengers to the American Christopher Columbus. See that? As soon as I arrived in the Indians on the first island, which I found, I took some of the natives by force. That's basically what I just said. This is This is all recorded in history. He said he took some of the natives by force. Why do you think that they call the police force the police force? Because they wanted to enforce a new law. You don't have to be a genius to know this. It says, as soon as I arrived in the Indians on the first island, which I found, I took some of the natives by force in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. The information that Columbus wanted most was, where is the gold? The gold represents the money and stuff. See, this is the reason why they if you ever want to know about trusting a white man or your enemy, ask the Native American that was slaughtered by them. I'm just giving an example. If you want to know that, if they was able to come up out their graves today from the murder of the slaughter of these Europeans did to them, they can tell you about whether you should trust your enemy or not. They'll know. They done experienced it. The information that Columbus wanted most was, where is the gold? He had persuaded the king and the queen of Spain to, in other words, the people of Spain was in on this here. Spain was helping Hitler. Spain was in on it with Hitler to try to help working to segregate the natives here in this country. It says, for like other informed people of his time, he knew the world was round and he could sail west in order to get to the Far East. Spain was recently ununified, one of the new modern nation states like France, England, and Portugal. It is populated mostly poor, peasant, working for the nobility, who were 2% of the population and owned 95% of the land. Spain had tied itself to the Catholic Church. Spain tied itself to the Catholic Church, meaning that that's where the religion they enforce. The Catholic religion is Christianity, which is white supremacy. And church expelled all the Jews, driven out the Moors. Like other states of the modern world, Spain sought gold, which was become the new mark of wealth, more useful than land because it could buy anything. There was gold in Asia, it was thought, and certainly skills and spice from Morocco, Polo, and others had brought back marvelous things from their overland expedition centuries before. Now that the Turks had conquered and Constantinople, all these were Catholic people, and the Eastern Mediterranean, that this is like lands and stuff like that, and controlled the land routes to Asia as a sea route was needed. The Portuguese were the ones that helped conquer the Mexican. That's why the Mexicans speak Spanish, which they would call the Aztecs. Yeah. You a butt hurt. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, the Bible tells you simply. That's fine. Exodus 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee, when the Most High divided to the nation their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam. The Most High says that he separated our people. So when I prove something or come in here to prove something, then a lot of the people, more than likely, they're gonna leave out. I see why the Bible says resist the devil and he gonna flee. The sword of the spirit, the sword is the word of God. People can't, the devil can't refute that. So when you start proving things the way that, you know what I'm saying, when you start proving stuff and showing proof, what can they do? Nothing. Yeah, they can do nothing. Yep. Our own people enslave us every day. Being Uncle Tom's, yeah, you right in one sense or whatever he is to my buddy. You can tell white people, man, they speak a certain way. We don't even speak of it. It's like, man, we'll be like homeboy or what's up or something like that. It is written, if Abba Yah is for you, who can be against you? If Abba or Allah is for you, who can be against you? Nobody. But they all left out. I guess when I went to reading and showing, they can't. When you point out Esau, the white man's history, ain't nothing he can say to you. Talking about, I don't know what they. I ain't quoting it. I don't even believe in reading too much of their comments too much. Reading that because they already people be watch things for different reasons. They do it to gain clout, to see if they can gain clout. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so let me get up out of here, man. I'll be back. Well, they got up out of here when I went to talking on this here. When I opened up the okay, Dutch, her crew, a mostly her port of call, an English settlement, Jonestown in the colony of Virginia. She came, traded, trotted shortly. Afterward was gone probably. No ships in modern history has carried more pretense flights. Her cargo, 20 slaves. Okay. Drawing the color line, though. This was talking about the drawing the color line. I never really read this one. A Black American writer, Jay Sanders, read it describes the arrival of a ship in North America in the year 1619. Yeah. So all this stuff was done in 1619. I have seen 2 generations of my people die. I have the difference between peace and war better than any man in my country. I am now grown, old, and must die. Soon my authorities must descend to my brothers, orphan, all pitch, all champion, open and hence enough, and tough. Okay, I don't know what. Then to my 2 sisters, then to my 2 daughters. I wish them to know as much as I do, and that your love to them may be like mine to you? Why will you take by force what you may have quickly by love? Why will you destroy us who supplied you with food? Now, this is what the Native Americans was telling the enemies. Why would you take by force what you may have quickly by love? Why would you destroy us who supplied you with food? Why? What can you get by war? We can hide our provisions and run into the woods. Then you would starve for worrying your friends. Why are you jealous of us? Talking about the white people. Why are you jealous of us? We are unarmed and willing to give you what you ask if you come in a friendly manner, and not so simply as not to know that it is much better to eat good meat, sleep comfortably, live quietly with my wives and children, laugh and be merry with the English, and trade for their copper and hatches, than to run away from them and to lie cold in the woods, feed on acorns, roots, and such trash, and be so hunted that I can neither eat nor sleep. In these wars, my men must set up watching. If I twig break, they all cry out, "Here comes Captain Smith." So I must end my miserable life. Take away your guns and swords, the cause of all our jealousy, or you may all die in the same manner. So this is page this is page 1. So this is what he was telling the people. I have seen 2 generations of my people die. I know the difference between peace and war better than any man in my country. I am now grown, old, and must die soon. My authorities must descend to my brother off off pitch champion, opening chance enough. Catatug. I don't know what that is, y'all. I'm skipping going to the next word. Then to my 2 sisters, and then to my 2 daughters. I wish them to know as much as I do, that your love to them may be like mine to you. Why would you take by force what you may have quickly by love? Why would you destroy us who supplied you with food? So it's telling them why they asking the enemy, the Christopher Columbus, why is you destroying us? We give you whatever you want peacefully. We can let you live with our wives and everything. But you coming in here trying to take everything. And you coming in here unarmed. We friendly. We good people. We're willing to give you what you want. Just we're willing to get along with you. But they didn't want that. They still tricked them and came in here. And look what they got. Look at Sonya Mass. She told them so-called people that shot her down, white men with that shot her, we love you and all that. But them people still killed that woman. Yeah, they ain't gonna come. They done left up out of here probably about 10, 15 minutes ago. You know, probably about 30 minutes ago they left. So the thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That's the name of the video. The thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That's the video, title of the video.